Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Adam, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, Steven. How are you all?
Good, good. What you gonna do for your month off?
I'm going to Montana, Glacier
Oh,
National Park at the end of this week
okay.
for my mom's birthday. So we're
Oh,
doing a big
nice.
family trip out there, doing some
Yeah.
hiking and stuff like that. And then, I don't know. I guess I try to catch up on all the movies I haven't gotten a chance to see, and taking it easy. How about you guys?
I don't know. What you gonna do, Chike, with your month off?
I don't know. Probably do more conversations.
Yeah.
Probably. I'll have time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you have to let me know when I can start booking for the Stephen Knight show again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. No. Well, listen, I'll let you all take it away with movie reviews.
Sure thing. So I saw a movie that's new on Netflix that came out this past weekend. It's actually a Mexican movie called Bankrolled. And this movie follows the story of these two late 20-something-year-olds that kind of are doing nothing with their life, but they're really, one of them's really impressed by like social media and all these influencer and people who are starting companies at a young age and all that stuff, and the other one's kind of just slacking along there, and uh, they get kind of drunk one night and they decide to pitch this app to a kind of like a Kickstarter version in Mexico called Bankrolled, this company, and this company decides to back it and go into it, and now they have to like scramble to create this thing that they made while they were in a drunken haze uh, to the kind of the whole audience and the people who funded it and everyone that's got behind it. It's a comedy. And actually, I thought it was pretty good. So, I do kind of like to look at the foreign films time to time, see how they do things and how they're kind of creating the culture and everything like that. And this movie, I would say, is like if you like Silicon Valley, this is a very Silicon Valley feel. So it's again about an hour and 40 minutes, and it mentions stuff like the latest influence is creating like Netflix for dogs, and it has those moments where they move into their new building, and of course he gets a life coach and he gets all those kind of like things you've seen from Silicon Valley, the TV show, into this movie. But definitely worth a watch. It's lighthearted, it's subtitled, so you're gonna have to be kind of paying attention the whole time. But yeah, it's a fun, easy movie, and if you're looking for something that you have a Netflix subscription for, then check it out.
Is it from the same creators?
No, it's not. So
No?
that's
Okay.
the cool thing. It's like you get like whoever wrote these, like you get their take on it, and again, you get that whole how do our influencers in Mexico and how is the social media scene there, and this takes place in Mexico City, and you get some of the city sites and things like that. So it's a different perspective, but a story that we're pretty familiar with.
Nice, nice. So I saw two things. One, I told you that I was going to finish Fear Street on Netflix.
Yeah,
So I finally watched the third installment. And shout out to Fear Street. It's on Netflix and it pays homage to the slasher film. I thought that it was brilliantly done. And the first two episodes basically follow a storyline of a town that is haunted by a witch that was killed in the 1600s, and she put a curse on the town, and since the curse has been put on the town, bad things have been happening in the town, and every so often there is a killer in the town that goes around killing people. And it takes a group of teenagers in high school to figure out the pattern, and they start to unravel the mystery on why this happens. And as the film goes on from the first to the second, you start to see the unraveling of the storyline, and by the time the second one ends, they have figured out what's going on. And once they figure out what's going on, here we go into the third film. So basically, the third film is a prequel, sort of, because they're still in present day, but they're still doing like flashbacks and stuff. But there's something that happens. I don't want to give you too much. There's something that happens where they get to go back in time and figure out basically what exactly happened. And their whole game plan is to circumvent that from happening. It's
nice.
very interesting. Brilliantly done. One of the better films, so definitely check it out. And the second film I saw was on HBO Max. It's called Freaky, and it is homage to Freaky Friday, which is a Disney film
Mhm.
where, and they've done this over a couple of times. I know Jamie Lee Curtis did one version. The original version starred Haley Mills, where I think it was twins that switched in the first one.
Mhm. Yep.
And then the Jamie Lee Curtis version, it was a mother and a daughter. And now in this version, it's a horror slash comedy where a serial killer and a young teenage girl switch. And the girl becomes a serial killer, and the serial killer
Yeah.
becomes a teenage girl. And the serial killer is none other than Vince Vaughn. He's the reason that I dedicated myself to this film. Anything Vince Vaughn is in, I'm going to check it out because I just like him as an artist, especially when he's being funny. And he's so brilliant in this. You have to check it out. It's gory. It has moments where it makes you jump because it is kind of a horror movie too. But Vince Vaughn is hilarious as a serial killer, and his dry humor and his sarcastic way is just brilliant in that place of serial killer. So definitely check that out. That's on HBO Max right now.
Yeah, I saw that. I read about it and I was like, this is something I'll probably watch. And it was interesting because I'm not a normal horror person, but this horror comedy and the whole Freaky Friday twist on
Yeah,
the murderer and the person, the victim. It's yeah, it looked really fun. So I'm glad you saw it and you recommend it because I'm gonna
yeah,
add it to my list.
yeah. It's pretty cool. I probably will watch it again because it was funny.
Nice.
And the thing that I like to do if I watch a film and I like it, I want to watch it with other people just so that I can absorb their reaction to
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that secondary reaction.
Hmm.
Uh, and also, it's interesting. Fear Street. I didn't realize that was based on R.L. Stein and his like
Hmm.
book series, like
Yep.
Bump fame. So
And that's why it's so good.
yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
got good writing behind it. So I'm
Hmm.
gonna have to check it out too.
Yeah. And I love the fact that they did it in it because it's three separate standalone films, but package deal. It's one gigantic, big, nice story. So definitely check it out.
Nice.
So I saw a preview for Dune today, and I'm aboard.
Yep.
I want to see that. There's some other things that are coming out. I can't remember what they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah. I forget them too, but I think that there's that Val Kilmer documentary that people have been giving good reviews.
What is that on? Because Val Kilmer's
It
led a
hasn't come
very
out yet.
interesting life.
But
Okay.
yeah, he apparently he recorded ever since he like started acting. He had the camcorders and he would record a lot of stuff. So you get a kind of like
Wow.
behind the scenes of like him growing up and Top Gun fame and of course
Yeah, yeah.
Batman and all that stuff. So that seems like an interesting one.
Wow. Okay. Respect with Jennifer Hudson playing Aretha Franklin. Want to check that out.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think about some other things because we're going to be going for a while. And I guess when we come back, we won't probably, I know I won't go into full detail about all the movies I watch. I'll just give you a litany list of yes, no, yes,
Yep.
no, yes, no. But yeah, I plan to absorb some art over the hiatus and I will report as such.
Nice. And speaking of art, Stephen, how's the Big Brother? That's
His
the
brother
top
is
of art.
great actually. So they did vote out Frenchie. No one was surprised. It was like 11-1. Uh, I think as a person, I don't know him obviously, but just, I think he is likable. But I think he came in the game. I don't know what his strategy was. It was kind of trying to make everyone your best friend. And then when you felt like that wouldn't happen, you're going around bashing everybody else to everyone else.
Mm.
So it just didn't work out for him. Only one person voted for him, which I'm curious to see why he voted for him. But that's done. So he was voted out, and now they have a new head of household, which, can you believe it, for the first time back to back, it's two Black HOA people, which never happens.
I believe it.
You don't have more than two black people there, but because it's so diverse now,
Mhm.
Everyone has a chance. But so we'll see what happens. But so far, so good. I'm loving it.
Perfect.
Cool.
Anything else you see?
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
Literally, my schedule was so crazy last week. Between getting up at 5:20 every morning, going to the gym, coming home, starting this new job. And when I got home, I was just so worn out because I'm not used to working in an office.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
and then having to learn so much new stuff, which is great. It's
Mhm.
great though. So but hopefully I'll watch some stuff over the break. I'm sure I will.
I have a question about Big Brother. When it's over, do people spin off and do something else? Like, would I know anybody that has been on Big Brother?
Actually, not really that I know of. I mean, and you would think they would, like they win their money. There have been people who got married because they had the showmances and whatnot. They've gotten
Mhm.
married and gone on to have families, but I haven't seen anyone really do anything big with that, which is crazy because it's such a big platform. You would think they would.
Right, right.
I know we tried to get Dave Vaughn on the show. Mama Dave, you watching? Try to get you on the show because she's been on there like 3 seasons, like 3 different times.
Okay.
But yeah, you really don't hear people about going on and do big things after that, which is surprising.
Yeah, I
Wow.
guess though with reality shows, who do we really know that like did something after the reality
What do
show
you think of
career?
like what was that real
Tammy Roman, I mean,
Tammy
she was
Roman?
on,
Yeah.
yeah, she's famous.
And even the Elizabeth
Heard of her.
Hasselbeck from Survivor.
Yeah, she was on Survivor. Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
Mm, well,
yeah, but
my
Omarosa was on a reality show and she
Rosa
spun it
was
out
on
into, more stuff.
Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on how you use it.
Yeah.
Maybe some people
True.
don't want all that. Don't want all that. After that. But
well,
all right, guys. Well, enjoy your month off, your break, and we'll be right back after this.
thanks.